You're watching Reality Check. Across India, the publicity of India's mega COVID vaccine drive has drawn criticism for turning into a propaganda exercise, with massive posters and tweets thanking the Prime Minister for supplying the vaccines, even though mass vaccine drives in India have always been free. The hype is all the more bewildering, given that every new piece of evidence is pointing to deepening confusion within the government over the vaccine drive, which had set itself an ambitious target of vaccinating every adult Indian by the end of this year, which means an average of about 1 crore vaccines a day. Instead, India is faltering on meeting that target. So the vaccination target, as I mentioned, is almost 95 lakh doses a day. We're doing an average of only about 45 lakh doses a day. So almost a 50 lakh dose per day shortfall. This is a weekly average of the recent week. One of the reasons for this, as we've been pointing out for months on the show, is that we simply aren't producing enough vaccines to meet targets. Even worse, there's still no clarity on how much vaccines we're producing at all. When asked in Parliament on a single day on July 20th, the government rolled out 4 different answers, each with conflicting figures. Here is figure number 1 of vaccine production put out in Parliament. Production capacity, these are figures in doses. Let's look at that. Covishield 13 crores, Covaxin 1.75 crores, a total of 14.75 crores is the production. The estimate 2 that was given also in Parliament, Covishield now 11 crores, Covaxin 2.5 crores. The total now is 13.5 crores. The third estimate for Covishield, no figure given. For Covaxin, 1 crore. So obviously the total in this estimate not clear. Not just that, above all of this, the Health Minister, Mansukh Mandavia, when he took to the floor of Parliament, gave a 4th number for how much vaccine is being produced.
सीरम वैक्सीन उसका हमें रेगुलर 11 से 12 लाख डोज मंथली मिलना चालू हो गया है। अब 11 से 12 करोड़ डोज हमें मंथली मिलना चालू हो गया है। हमें जून महीने में 10 करोड़ मिले थे, ये महीने में मुझे 11.5 करोड़ दे रहे हैं। कंटिन्यू से 11 से 12 करोड़ के बीच में हमें देते रहेंगे। वैसा ही भारत बायोटेक, उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग धीरे धीरे बढ़ रहा है। उसका प्रोडक्शन आज हमें जुलाई महीने में 2.5 करोड़ मिलेंगे, अगस्त महीने में वो 3.5 करोड़ की रफ्तार से हमें देना शुरू कर देंगे।
So we already had an estimate of 14.75 crores, then an estimate of 13.5 crores, and the minister just read out an estimate of 14 crores as a total production of vaccines in this country. Which one is it? Now, even if we give the government the benefit of doubt and assume that the highest monthly production numbers, that is 14.75 crore doses, are being produced, and if that's the correct number, it is still short of our current required daily vaccination rates to hit the target. So just to again put that number up on the screen, we're producing only 49 lakh doses a day, and the target, as we mentioned earlier, is 95 lakh doses a day. So a huge shortfall of almost 50 lakh doses per day is where we are at right now. Okay, so that's the state of affairs with our vaccine. The government has also delayed its vaccine orders. That's the other big question we're looking at, and if we have those numbers, we can put those up on the screen for you as well, about the delays in vaccine orders. And that's again raising a question about vaccine availability. Close to 70% vaccines were ordered only in June, in July. Of the 100 crore doses ordered so far, orders for 66 crore doses were placed only on the 16th of July. So a big bulk of vaccines were just ordered barely a few weeks ago. And not just that, even these vaccine orders might be falling short. The target is 141 crore doses. That's what we need based on the government's own projections. so far we've only ordered about 100 crore doses. This includes the 2.6 crore doses ordered by state governments. So again, there's a shortfall of almost 40 crore doses. This is all government data that we're putting out. Okay, let's go across now to panel. We have with us Dr. Rahul Pandit, member Maharashtra COVID Task Force. Geeta Bhatt, political analyst, supports the RSS BJP. R. Ramkumar, Professor, School of Development Studies, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and Shama Mohammed, spokesperson of the Congress. Let me just start with you, Professor Ramkumar, because you've been tracking these numbers like all of us, and it's becoming increasingly bewildering. It's not actually getting clearer, it's getting more convoluted. Just imagine one day, 4 different estimates of something which ought to be slam dunk. How much vaccine is being produced in this country?
Srinivasan, as you mentioned in your introduction, there is no clarity at all as to what India's production capacity is. In fact, if you look at the first affidavit of the government given to the Supreme Court of India in the month of May 2021, you will see that the claim there was that India will produce 5 to 5.5 crore doses of Covaxin in this month, that is July.
Yes.
We will also produce about 1.5 to 2 crore doses of Sputnik in July. This was the argument. Now, if you see Covaxin, which is actually the biggest disappointment in the whole story, where the intellectual property rights are shared between the government and a private company, which the private company enjoying, at least as of now, exclusive license to produce it, because the 3 public sector units will not come up with their supply till the end of the year.
Yes.
We basically see that Bharat Biotech is not producing more than 1.7 to 1.8 crore doses per month of Covaxin, whereas they are supposed to produce 5.5 crore doses of Covaxin in July, as per the government's own affidavit to the Supreme Court.
So the numbers are, so the numbers are not what was told to the court. The numbers are not what was projected, and also the numbers are confusing. I mean, it's quite baffling. Look at that chart. Different estimates given to Parliament on the same day. 14.75 crore, 13.5 crore, 14 crore. In one case, only data for Covaxin is given. But also the question is that even these confusing numbers overall point to the fact, Dr. Pandit, that we don't have enough vaccines. We are just producing only about half of what our target is. Target is 1 crore roughly, and we are only producing about half. And that, Dr. Pandit, is why you see these huge rushes, queues of people trying to get vaccinated, and states are running out of stock. I don't know how Maharashtra is doing right now.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Thank you for having me on the show. I think there is a little bit of a paradox here. The paradox is that we have the two main vaccines which have been shown out here, which is Covishield and Covaxin.
Yes.
We don't have the data for Sputnik. There is also the Genova E vaccine and the Zydus Cadila vaccine, which is in pipeline, which will add up to the production. And ultimately, I think we will be actually having around 188 crore doses, out of which 25% will be given by the private sector.
Yes.
So, which means around 140 crore doses what government has got to get.
Yes.
Of which I believe around 44 or 45 crore doses have already been administered. So, we have left with around 100 crore doses to come across. I am not trying to defend here or trying to make a point, but I am saying that yes, the pace is slow. We may miss the target by a month or two, but the reality is that we can only administer when the vaccines are available.
Yes.
So we have to increase the production capacity, and that is where the concern as a doctor is that as quickly as we can get ourselves vaccinated, the third wave will be much more blunted and would be, not sort
but
of
at the moment,
infrastructure.
But just a second, you said 100 crore doses. We actually need 140 crore doses. That is what our total projection is. This is only, by the way, to vaccinate adult population. Though we are supposed to vaccinate everybody, it's been revised to say adults. And that's still a gap. We've only ordered 100 crore doses so far, but we need 140 crore doses. So
that's because 2 or 3 vaccines are still in the pipeline. We cannot place orders for them until the trials have got over. And I think that's where the whole problem is. Well, I may not be aware of what the intricacies of that ordering are, But I am
of
completely
course.
aware that we need to get them done very quickly. There is no doubt about that.
Yes, and actually nobody is aware, because as we pointed out, we don't get clear answers from anybody. Geeta Bhatt, how would you explain this? That in one day in Parliament, I'm sorry to keep going on about this, but it's so surprising. Each different answer in the Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha gives you a different vaccine production number, and as you heard, Mr. Mandavia came on the floor and gave us a fourth projection. Does the government not even know how many vaccines are being produced in this country?
Well, Vasuji, the point is that vaccines are not some, off-the-shelf items that can be purchased. So there is definitely, across the globe, if you see, governments are facing a challenge. And in fact, the Japanese premier, he had a special meeting with the CEO of the Pfizer company, asking him that, he needs to deliver as per the schedule that was promised by the company to Japan.
No,
So
I'm not talking of shortage.
So while
No, Geeta ji, I'm asking a more even basic question.
I'm coming to that.
I'm saying, tell us how much vaccine is being produced. Give us at least one figure. How can the government cite 4 figures? That's unheard of, surely.
Well, just like Dr. Rahul Pandit also just mentioned, that there are many vaccine companies which are in the pipeline of production, and there are certain companies with which already the talks have been going on. They already
these are
they
figures.
have assured that they are going to start.
These are numbers only for Covishield and Covaxin. We're not even talking of other companies with whom negotiations, I don't know what stage they're in. This is just two Indian companies.
The government has placed an order of nearly 30 crore vaccines. Similarly, in case of Cadila and in case of Sputnik, also 10 crores has been there. Besides that, Johnson & Johnson is there, Moderna is there. So, in the coming months, as I just mentioned, that 66 crore
I can tell you
already the order has been placed by the government.
So, ma'am, Dr. Geeta Bhatt, we've not even signed final contracts with all these big companies. They're still being negotiated. I don't know for Pfizer, Professor Ramkumar may have. We've been negotiating with them for weeks on end. There's no clarity on whether we've even signed a contract yet so far with Pfizer. We don't know what's holding that up, and we are now already in July. So there is a big question mark on how this is playing out. But Shama Mohammed, what do you make of this web of, confusing answers? We don't know how many vaccines are being produced, and we are still 50% below the target.
See, Geeta Bhatt said a point here that, governments it's not, vaccines are not something which is off the shelf. Geeta Bhatt ji, there's something called planning. And you're supposed to say, Mubdi hai to mumkin hai. There was no planning at all by this present government. Now, let's also see in the Supreme Court, they put an affidavit which said that 186.6 crore doses are required, and we can provide 135 crore doses, for about 18 plus. And in May, the Health Ministry has said, we need 216 crore doses. Now they've come down and said, that we will provide and we will vaccinate every adult above 18 by giving these 136 crore doses by December. Now, the Minister of State for Health, Bharati Pawar, said now that there is no deadline. We don't know when we will finish vaccinating. So the problem, Vasu, is this government says something. They will say that, we are going to do 90 lakhs per month of we will be providing 90 lakh doses per month. Like, you remember on June 21st, we reached 80 lakhs. Yeah. That was the first day when 18 plus were vaccinated. But what we see is after that, what we are seeing is there's an average of 40 lakhs per day. How are we going to reach our target? We are not going, because there's a government.
That's what we're producing. That we're only producing about 45 lakhs a day, so we can't cross that number. But let me just bring in, I just want to ask.
Can I finish my point, Vasu? I just have one more point to finish, please. Just one point.
Yes.
What has happened is, because of all these data which they give out wrong, even now the United Kingdom government has said that the people who are vaccinated from EU countries and United States who have double doses don't need quarantine, but from India we do need, because they don't believe us anymore. We gave a figure of 4 lakh who have died here, but it comes to 40 lakh.
Okay.
So nobody believes in the data of this government. Okay. This government has reneged on any of all their promises.
Professor Ramkumar, let's be realistic now, because ultimately this is not political. This is a national health emergency. We all want more vaccines to be cranked out of factories or to be imported. But how is it? I'm not even clear how this is going to work. I mean, do you think that we'll be chugging along at about this much, producing about 49-50 lakh doses a day, and then we'll have to wait till we get bulk orders from Pfizer and all of that? Because remember, last time we checked, those companies are all sold out of stock.
Yes, before I come to that, just a small point. See, I earlier said that the biggest disappointment is in Covaxin. Bharat Biotech had to deliver 8 crore vaccines by the 31st of July.
Yes.
They have till now delivered only 5.2 crore doses. Instead of 8 crore doses, they have only delivered 5.2 crore doses. Where are the remaining roughly 3 crore doses? They have not come yet. They're still in what is called as the pipeline. Take Sputnik. The government had said that we will have 2 crore doses of Sputnik by July. Till now, if you look at how much Sputnik has been administered, we have administered only about 33 lakh or so. We have received only 33 lakh or so of Sputnik, and only about 4.2 lakh doses of Sputnik have been administered as yet. 1 month back, the end of June, the government told the Supreme Court in the second affidavit that we have received 33 lakh doses of Sputnik. 1 month later, we have seen only 4.2 lakh doses of Sputnik have been administered in this country. So what is happening to the received and what is happening to the administered, which is true. So there is a whole lot of confusion as to what is the production capacity, as you mentioned, how much we are receiving, what is the supply chain looking like, when is it going to reach the ultimate point, etc. One small point, Srinivasan, I'll just finish this. If you want to finish vaccinating everybody above the age of 18 by January of 2022, you will need from here on at least 80 to 85 lakh doses per month. Okay?
Yes.
Now, as of now, we are going to produce only
80 to 82 lakh doses per day. Sorry, not per month.
I'm sorry, 80 to 85 lakh doses per day. I'm sorry if I said it wrongly. That would give us about 24 crore doses a month. Okay, we are currently hovering around 12 to 12.5 crore doses a month, and not more than that.
Yes.
That means we have to, from August onwards,
double
double the monthly capacity, and every delay in doubling will actually push us beyond
adding
January
to the average.
22.
No, but the thing I want to ask Dr. Pandit is, Dr. Pandit, what is the capacity? I don't know if you have the figures for Maharashtra, but there was a time when there were situations where vaccine centers, particularly government-run vaccine centers, were closing down. How many doses can you do on a daily basis versus how many are you doing?
So Maharashtra has a capacity to do at least 10 lakh doses a day minimum, and we would probably be able to add on a lakh or two more if the vaccine centers are open all the time. But I believe we are not doing anywhere even half of that on most days. Some days the vaccination actually stays off on in some of the cities. But again, I'm again saying it's not the capacity; it is the availability of the vaccine.
I know. We are talking only of availability, because as we found that day when we did that huge drive, yoga day, we managed to hit, what was it, close to almost 80-90 lakh doses. So we can do it, but we just don't have vaccines. So Dr. Pandit, what's happening? So when you go as a state government, you are waiting for the consignment from the center or your quota. What is the answer you get? That you say you got 10 lakh capacity, you're only getting 5 lakhs. What does the center say?
So as a task force member, I'm actually a doctor who works in a private sector, but I sort of advise on the clinical matters to the government of Maharashtra. So I don't know what sort of transcribes between the government and the officials in the center who are allocating it.
Okay,
but
let me ask you then a medical question as a doctor, that what is the risk then? How much does the risk of a third wave or any other future wave gets aggravated if we keep falling short like this?
Absolutely. There is a real risk of the third wave coming in. We all know that. We all have been trying to prepare for that. And one of the part of the preparation is to vaccinate people. If we are able to vaccinate 60 to 70% of our population at least, we'll be able to take the edge of the third wave. We will push it backwards. Look at the real life data which is coming from UK.
Yeah. And look at also these footage. This is all pictures, very recent footage of people stampede at vaccination centers.
Yeah. Let me
terrible.
come to the UK.
And people are, you know, they don't have enough vaccine. You know, that's the thing, Geeta Bhatt, you keep saying government says don't make this political. The fact is, all these posters, tweets, thank you Modi ji, thank you, but the whole city, country is posted saying thank you for free vaccination drive. How is this something to thank the Prime Minister? This is a vaccination drive. It's always been free in this country. It's free all over the world. To make it into propaganda and at a time when we don't even have enough vaccines, that really seems a bit much, no?
Well, Vasuji, you know, the way the opposition parties have for the last 1 year have been projecting earlier, trying to, there is an echo, if you can please get it corrected. When we wanted to do a lockdown was done, they were opposing the lockdown, why it is being done, why autonomy is being given to the states. When it was given to them, they said, we want to buy our vaccines. They couldn't buy the vaccines. And
but Geeta ji, why are we thanking the Prime Minister for vaccines?
And you say don't make it political, but the fact remains that there are states in this country, the way they have mismanaged, like the states of Rajasthan, thousands of vaccines were found dumped in a dustbin.
You still not answered my question. Why are we thanking the Prime Minister for free vaccines? It's vaccination. I mean, tomorrow are we going to thank them for free polio vaccine? I mean, vaccination drive is, mass vaccination drives are always free.
Compare it with the polio vaccine, you know, with it, the free polio vaccine was then decades after it was being done, you know, in the developed nations. So, and here it is something.
But we don't thank the Prime Minister for that.
That the globally,
Geeta ji.
because the Prime Minister has taken that extra mile, you know, individually going out, administering the vaccine production, you know, keeping a personal tab. Visiting these, you know, production units is something that
that's his job.
There shouldn't be any problem in that. In West Bengal,
but he's just, I mean, that's
Minister has been,
but that's he's just doing his job anyway. Shama Mohammed wants to come in.
But the fact remains that it is the center which is providing free vaccination.
Okay, all right. Shama Mohammed.
Geeta, 2 points. One, she says that not to make it political. Why did the finance minister of this country before the Bihar election go there and say, you know what, muft mein vaccine denge? Isn't that political? Isn't that, this is how you're supposed to win an election, Geeta ji? And also let me remind you, these vaccinations are not from the Prime Minister's or Bharatiya Janata Party's personal fund. This is from taxpayers' money. All over the world, it is given muft and it's free vaccine. And we don't want to see this man's photograph on our vaccination. Please ask him to remove it, because every time I have to go to an airport or something, we have to show his face.
And also, and he's your Prime Minister also. You are also an Indian citizen. He's your Prime Minister also.
Of course, he's our Prime Minister, Geeta ji. But why should his face be on a vaccination certificate?
It's the duty of the present government to get the vaccination free. Why should his photograph be there? Please.
Has anyone asked the Chief Minister of Bengal why she is giving her face on the vaccination certificate and she is not even paying for it?
No, but whataboutery means you've lost the argument because you accepted that it's a wrong. No.
Manifesto that she's going to give free vaccination.
Okay, so two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, 1 second. Political debate. All right, okay, 1 second. Political debate. Others are not getting a chance.
Those who have been
doing this political you have to ask her, why did Nirmala Sitharaman go there?
Okay. Just a minute. Geeta ji, Shama Mohammed, just a second. Last word. I'm told I have literally less than a minute. Okay. One second. I don't want to lower mics, but Professor Ramkumar, tell me very quickly. We just have 30 seconds. What can we now, as I said, if it seems unlikely that the domestic players will be able to ramp up, double their production. So we really are, as I said, waiting on Pfizer, Moderna and large consignments, not small, large consignments. What is the realistic chances of getting such large consignments from let's say a Pfizer or a Moderna or Johnson & Johnson?
Very less, Srinivasan. It's also because Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are very expensive compared to Oxford vaccine or other types of vaccines that you have, or even Sputnik vaccine. The point here is that we made a mistake in not diversifying our vaccine basket from day one. We are today paying the price for that mistake. We need to urgently do it.
Right.
As much as vaccines from wherever possible, domestic production, you have to mass produce.
Yes.
You have to give much more licenses to produce vaccines than just 3 public sector units. You have to explore all 8 to 9 public sector units for production.
Yeah.
You will have to import from wherever you can at whatever price. This has to be done on war footing.
Okay.
This is extremely important at this point of time. One sentence, if I may add.
Very quickly.
One important problem that has been slowing down our vaccination rate is this 25% quota for private hospitals.
Yes.
That has to be taken up, and 100% of the vaccines have to be managed by the central government in order to hasten the vaccination rate from now on.
I read somewhere, I think I read in the papers that that's actually being considered. So let's see if that happens. But fingers crossed, we are at an inflection point.
Let's not forget that.
We're out of time. Thank you all so much for joining me on Reality Check. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.